What's going on, everybody? It's Jack and Lockie from the Hardwood Rundown podcast. It is episode 3 of the return. We're doing our season previews of pretty boring teams, but we like doing it.
This one's exciting.
Mm,
Because the Cavs.
For you. So yeah, we're doing the Timberwolves and the Cavs. Jack, you can start us off. Do the Wolves first.
All right. Good work on the intro, Lock.
Hey, let's go.
Nice work. I have a massive improvement incoming from the Timberwolves. This is all solely based on if they're healthy. I think that was why they only had 23 wins last year. Cat and D'Lo were obviously injured for majority of the season. The Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, carrying a lot of the load pause as a rookie and really producing good numbers. The greatest dunk, the best, like the dunk of the year, basically.
Against Raptors,
which is still unbelievable. Jade Mcdaniels is like a promising young player, perfect fit at the 4, especially for the team that's like around him. And Malik Beasley in prison, who is now released, which is fantastic. Congratulations. Congratulations, Malik Beasley. Okay, here are my predictions. This is a reach. This is very bold. I got 38 plus.
Wow.
Yeah, I got 38 plus. Who knows if it's going to work? I don't know. But like on paper, they're a really good team. The only thing that I have a knock on is the depth. They don't have much bench depth.
Yeah.
But on paper, their starters are a 38-plus win team, basically. Rising star, I've got obviously Anthony Edwards. He will average probably 20-plus again. I think he was shy of 20, maybe, in his rookie year, but he'll average probably 23, I reckon. Jade Mcdaniels, most improved, 100%. Perfect fit around Cat because Jade McDaniels can stretch the floor. He's athletic. Cat can just play in the post, stretch the floor, do what he does best. And that leads me to the team MVP. Karl Anthony Towns is going to have a monster year based solely if he's healthy. But if he's healthy, he will have a monster season. Like he showed promise of it last year when he was playing. But definitely he will. I think I don't watch much Minnesota basketball. Shout out to Jeff Turner, because Jeff is a sorry Minnesota fan, as I'm a Cleveland fan. This is the Jeff and Jack episode. Shout out Jake Lehman too. He literally made a Jake Lehman fan page and has 1 follower, and I think it's maybe me. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Cat's just, if he's healthy, crazy good year incoming. D'Lo, if he's healthy as well. This team is great on paper, but it just depends if they can all play together. We haven't really seen much of D'Lo and Cat on the floor at the same time. And I think if they're both healthy, it's going to be fantastic. I feel bad for D'Lo because after that Brooklyn year, he's kind of been shipped around and not treated like the star player he really is. Obviously, in Golden State, I thought the Golden State was a terrible fit, like terrible. That was awful. But yeah, so in a new city, a fresh start, fresh year. I think they'll pull through. My sneaky stars, Josh Okogie.
I love Josh Okogie. Yeah,
I don't think he has the tools to be a star, but I think he definitely has I think he's got the skill and the IQ to be able to be a good player, a great player on a team off the bench. And Naz Reid, the big man. I think he'll be a good backup for Cat, and if Cat's injured, he'll start, and there's only room to grow from there. And they will contend for a playoff spot. The only thing is that they're in the West. That's the only thing. If they were in the East, I would say 100% they'll be a playoff team. But in the West, where it's just so stacked, like you saw the Warriors miss the playoffs last year, which is obviously because they had Clay out, but still they missed the playoffs. And I think if their team's healthy, they can contend for the playoffs. I'm not saying they're a playoff team in the West, but they can contend for the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's all. Now you go.
Hey, okay, so I've got I've got them at 33 wins. I want to see them. I feel like this year can be the year, like yourself. They've been they just had some just shitty teams over the years surrounding Cat, and now they got D'Lo. Now they got Anthony Edwards and like Malik Beasley as well. They got 4 guys who can average 20. Like that's so good for a starting lineup. Now, the depth is an issue. But yeah, I got 33 wins. I see him still around that 10 to 12 area.
Yeah.
Because it's the West. But I think in the East, I reckon if they were in the East, they would actually be a playoff team, 8, I think.
Yeah, I think 8 seed probably.
So sneaky star, I'm going to go Okogie. I wanted to see him at least get to 10 points a game. He started at 7 and then he went to 8. And in his third season, he's gone down to 5. I want to see him at least start to score the ball a bit. He's definitely got the trust defensively. So I want to see that. Another one for the sneaky star. He's not a star, but Jordan McLaughlin. I've watched a couple of Wolves game off the bench. He's such a good. He's just such a good backup point guard. I think of him kind of like a Cameron Payne type role. Really pushes the issue, gets inside and puts a lot of pressure defensively, and especially when Cat or Edwards or D'Lo are out, he can definitely keep it going till then. Team MVP, obviously Cat. I wrote not D'Lo, but I don't not want him to shine. I want him to get back to that kind of 22 and 6 type thing.
Yeah,
do his thing. He can get back there. It's and he's playing with his best mate probably, so that helps.
Yeah,
rising star. So yeah, you go.
I just think there'll be a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Edwards is like that. He's like that alpha.
I feel like he'll fit in though, with them.
I think it's a cool chemistry team. I don't know how to describe it, but I just think they'll all work together really well.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go.
That's all right. It's all good. Jade McDaniels, I say for a rising star as well. He showed some promise last year, and especially with there being a lot of minutes at the forward spot, next to one of the most skilled bigs in the league. He's definitely gonna have his chance to shine. That's me for the Wolves. I initially before this episode I had him down for 27 wins. I just didn't think they were going to improve that much. But now thinking about the starting 5 that they have, guys who can all average 20 type of thing, 20 plus. And they are a bit of more of an exciting team than they were last year if they were healthy. So yeah. 33.
Cool. I honestly forgot that Patrick Beverley is now a member of the Timberwolves.
That's all right for the depth. That's pretty good.
I think it's good for the depth. I honestly forgot about it until then.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good for depth. I think he'll fit well there. I think he's just got that dog mentality. I think Minnesota for so long have needed that. You saw the Jimmy Butler controversy. Yeah. With that whole you're soft and all that. I think it'll be good for them. So we're moving to the Cavs now. I found it hard to kind of pick these award kind of things. But I've written some down. So last year we only won 22 games, which was pretty poor considering the team on paper that we had, the starting lineup we had was, I thought, quite good. We obviously got Jared Allen in the James Harden trade, where we were somehow just included in that. I think that was the best part of our season, really. Sexton, obviously, a great third year. Garland really showed promise with this really productive second year. We've got a really promising core with Isaac Okoro and now Evan Mobley. But one thing, I just need it. I need it. Get rid of Kevin Love.
Yeah.
I love Kevin
Get him
Love.
out
He's
of
actually
there, yeah.
he's honestly one of my favorite players. But for his sake, and the team's sake, get rid of him.
Where would he go though? Like, who would actually want him, to be honest?
Probably Portland.
Yeah,
I think Portland. It's where he's from. The fit's good. You could literally just give up like a first, not even a first. I don't think you'll even get maybe like a few seconds and some cash or something.
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I think Portland would be really good. A 3-team deal maybe with Philly.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think they need to get him. I just think they need to get rid of him. He's not doing any. He's not doing any good for his career or the team if he's still in Cleveland.
No.
Ship him to Portland. Give Dame a reason to stay. Give him a third star. Well, he's kind of regression star since he hasn't been with LeBron. But a fresh start. Not a lot of pressure, I wouldn't think.
No.
Because there's not much lower you can go than where he's at right now. But yeah, so I think they got to work out a deal there. Potentially bring in Ben Simmons. You never know. Yeah, like honestly, there's so many things that the Cavs can do. It's just a matter of if or when or
It has to be before the trade deadline. They can't give up another year of just wasting themselves.
Wasting him. Exactly. Yeah. You're not doing any favors for him or yourself. But let's get into like the nitty-gritty stuff. Less than 35 wins, I've predicted. I think that's reasonable. I think that's definitely. I don't think they might not even make 30 wins. Who knows? Rising star Evan Mobley. I kind of was switching up between the Garland, Sexton, all that. Most improved, I've gone to Garland. Darius Garland, great second year, and I think he's just going to get so much better year after year after year. He's just going to be that. He's just going to progress like this, just up the whole time. He's shown really good promise. He's really good in the pick and roll. He's good at shooting the three. He's good at finishing inside. Pause. He reminds me of he's a bit like Trae Young, just like Walmart version.
Yeah.
But for Cleveland, he's good. Team MVP, Collin Sexton, who I think might be traded at some point, but honestly, I don't know. There's so many things the Cavs can do, man. So many things. There's so many things that they've talked about doing but haven't done. I just think there's so much you can do.
Yeah.
Sneaky star is Isaac Okoro, or the guy that's was kind of tearing it up for the Summer League team, Lamar Stevens. Super athletic, really awkward jump shot, but can shoot the three. Great defender. And just really good like fit in terms of being young and kind of like bringing it on both ends. Cavs won't contend for the playoffs, but I'm excited. I'm excited for the potential that they've got as a team and as a core.
Yeah.
So I would definitely be watching most Cavs games this year, especially because I have now League Pass. So
you actually have to now.
I actually have to. I have to use it.
Yeah.
I can't just rely on KO Sports to not show me nationally televised Cavs games.
Yeah.
I think they've got like one or something. One nationally televised game.
Jeez.
I'm surprised they got one too.
Yeah.
Because no one is going to watch that. But yeah, so that is my stuff for Cleveland. I would like to hear yours, Lockie, and tear it all down.
All right. 22 wins. I see him improving a bit just based off the fact that like Darius Garland, like you said, he's going to improve every year. Adding Jared Allen is really solid. They had like way too many bigs and now they're kind of short in a way. I want to, what can kind of get them to like a 25 win type thing? I want to see them and they got to get rid of Love. Just off the top of the head, I'd like to see him go to the Celtics. Now, that wouldn't really help the Cavs at all, but I think he would work well in the Celtics. And you could use Tristan Thompson in that. Maybe, I don't know. Just get someone. Yeah, bring him back. The return. So my sneaky star, like my impact player as well, I'm thinking Isaac Okoro. I haven't really looked much into his game, but I've seen like highlights. He's a pretty like dynamic player.
Definitely.
I think obviously there is room for him to grow, considering there's not many. There's minutes at the forward spot, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and also for sneaky star, I've got like Ricky Rubio.
Shit! I forgot about him.
Just because he has such the way he passes, he's not just like a guy who can get like an open shooter. Like I think of him in a Chris Paul way, is that he can get it to you in a place where you can then be in a position to score type of thing. Like he can get you the ball while you're on your toes, like ready to go. You can like, it's weird. It's hard to explain, but like he's that really good player. It might not show up always in the box score, but like he always is able to get people in a position where they can then score for themselves.
I think that's what they need as well.
Yeah, especially with Sexton, like 3 assists a game. Darius Garland isn't a big passer himself.
He can be, but
yeah, I'm not like dominant, but yeah. Team MVP, I'll go Sexton. I actually want to see a new face. Like I want to see Darius Garland just kind of shoot up a bit, because I feel like with Sexton, he might be a bit comfortable with being the star player there and getting his touches, right? But if he understands that he can kind of let someone else come in and take the ball a bit, and they're able to get their own, I think he'll feel like he doesn't need to do everything, or he doesn't need to score all the time. I think that will result in more wins for them. And then rising star Evan Mobley, I'm actually gonna look him up a bit after this, because I want to see a bit about what he's got, whether he can fit next to like Jared Allen. And like I said before, 22 wins. Trading Love factors into whether they can go up or down. But I think they need to trade Love before the trade deadline, and maybe even Sexton. I don't know, man, because it's tough. I see him fitting in better at a team where they're already got a foundation, and he can come in and just be that scorer. They don't have that foundation.
I think that's just what he is. Like he kind of reminds me of Lou Will, who can just come in and score, who's like a 6-man. And if I'm going to trade one of Garland or Sexton, I think Garland's got more upside, because he can make everyone around him better.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you were to trade Sexton, I'd probably target maybe Philly.
Yeah, that's a perfect place for him, and that's where you can put in Ben Simmons.
Yeah, exactly. Philly or Boston maybe, or like New York.
Yeah,
there's so many places that he fits so well, but it's just a matter of what the team's willing to give up for him, what are the Cavs willing to get. Either way, I don't really mind what they do with Sexton, as long as we get something good back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like ideally, I would want Ben Simmons. Like I would like that trade package.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our thoughts on Cleveland and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Any final comments?
Nah, to be honest, they're not. Yeah, like I said at the start, they're not the most exciting teams, but I am actually really excited for the Wolves. They've been pushed away for some time, and I really do feel like they have the pieces now to start showing the league why they can that they can push for a playoff spot. And assuming they can, that's a great sign for them to attract free agents. So I feel like they can get that playoff spot. They're just going to need a uncharacteristic year, like compared to previous years. Like everyone's got to be on, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. Dope. All right. You've watched episode 3 of the pod of the return. Episode 3 of the return. episode 3 of the season previews. Today we've done 2 episodes, so we've covered OKC and the Magic, and then we've just covered Minnesota and Cleveland. Plenty of good things coming to the channel. We are in lockdown for another month and a half, so
fuck's sake.
This is going to be the location.
Yeah, fun.
Unfortunately, we can't do IRL podcasts, but
shout outs, by the way. Any shout outs? I got
shout out to Jeff Turner because he's a Minnesota fan.
Jeff Turner. I have to give a shout out to Michael Napoli, who's beaten me in 2K twice now.
Damn.
He told me last night that I didn't give him a shout out for beating me. So shout out to you. I'm not even salty. He dropped like 20 on me with Sean Livingston.
Nice.
So that's fun. But yeah, shout out the man.
Nice.
Fuck's sake.
I bet. That's episode 3, guys. Thanks for watching. The support's been great. Well, yeah, the support's been good. We take those. We take those. We out. Let's go.
Let's go.
Bang.